Hi folks, Dr. Ed Byer, Byer Natural Health Solutions in Tinley Park, Illinois. In my clinic, those of you who follow me on Facebook, YouTube, I do functional medicine, which means we are interested in not only what you have, but why you have it. So we get a lot of patients that come to me with thyroid disorders and they're on the wrong medication and they're frustrated and their doctor's not managing them well because the doctor's not really looking at the whole picture, the whole physiology behind thyroid. So let me bore you a little bit here with thyroid physiology, but I think it's important that you understand some of the basics. I won't get into it in too much detail, but and why and how you can know whether or not you're taking the right medication and the right amount. So it all starts in the brain. So when the brain senses, the pituitary gland, hypothalamus, sense that your thyroid hormones are starting to drop in the blood, they should sense that if they're working, and they're going to pump out a hormone called TSH, which most of you are familiar with, Thyroid Stimulating Hormone. It's a brain hormone, it's not a thyroid hormone. That's one of the main markers that they look at. And so then it stimulates the thyroid gland to make two forms of the hormone, mostly T4, about 93% is what the gland makes, and then a little bit of T3 at 7%. Now guess which one of these is actually active and alive? T3, not T4, okay? Most of you are on synthetic T4, which is synthroid levothyroxine, which is the most prescribed medication in the United States. So T4 and T3. Now the trick is we got to get some of this T4 to convert over to T3, which is active. And the way that happens is it jumps onto a protein carrier, which I call a taxicab, thyroid binding globulin. It gets carried to the liver, the gut, and the kidney, and some other places. And there's an enzyme there called 5' deiodinase. It converts T4 because it has 4 atoms of iodine, over to the active T3. A lot of you, this is where you're having problems, and you don't know it because your doctor doesn't test for it. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why that could happen. Your liver may not be working right. You may have a lot of digestive issues, so it's not happening there, or you might have kidney issues. But that enzyme that converts T4 to T3, 5' deiodinase, requires a lot of nutrients for that to happen. And there are certain other metabolic conditions that can slow that conversion down. So for whatever the reason is, another one that I just thought of is high cortisol or low cortisol, which is a stress hormone. That'll shut down the conversion of T4 to T3. So people who have this conversion problem have lower amounts of T3, and your doctor usually doesn't check T3. And this patient will do very well on taking T3 instead of T4, which is synthroid levothyroxine. So in our clinic, fortunately, we can give T3 as a supplement because it's pig thyroid hormone is bioidentical to human thyroid hormone. So it's a natural substance, so we can use it as a supplement. And so these people, we put them on T3 because they have that conversion problem. Now, what does T3 actually do? It goes into the cell and it tells the nucleus, the genetic material in our cells reside in the nucleus and in the mitochondria, and it tells which genes to turn on and which genes to turn off to regulate the metabolism of that cell on that particular day. So sometimes T4 is not the way to go if you don't have this, if you're not converted into T3. So this is something that's a really important topic, and so a lot of people suffer with this. They struggle with this because their doctor's just not managing them right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to receive more videos like this, please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube page. Or if you know someone that's struggling with a thyroid issue, please share this with them. I'm Dr. Ed Byer, and we'll talk to you soon.